I've traveled everywhere that you can imagine, the Middle East, the Far East, Central America, South
Turkey,
America.
Japan, Germany, Greece,
Stationed in Peru and Mexico, where I was a senior Marine in both.
I've been 100 miles under the Arctic ice. I've served in ballistic missile submarines and attack submarines, all nuclear.
And my children are just like, wow. You know, you've been there, and I bring in pictures, or I'll bring in some sort of artifact or something from that area where they can.
A lot of the kids here in this, not all of them, but quite a few of the kids here are not being raised in a two-parent home.
They need somebody. They really need support.
I would say our entire district would be at risk and have a number of at-risk students.
Here they are trying to just be kids, trying to do good in school, but then you've got all these external factors, the drugs, maybe some gang involvement, one-parent households, or lack of income.
If we don't have a literate and an educated public, our democracy isn't going to thrive. It's not going to survive. And so it really is important that all our children and all the families that we have here, we do everything we can to include and educate them. I mean, the most powerful armament we have for America's future is an education.
We can't find enough strong role models for the elementary schools.
Just 2 weeks ago, the national data showed that through the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s, 40% of all teachers were men, and of course 60% women. But in the decade of the 90s, that was reduced to 20%. So we have fewer male teachers than ever before.
And many of those children do not have role models, male role models, in their homes. And so if we could find well-prepared, dedicated men who would like to become teachers, Troops to Teachers look like a good place to find them.
I don't see myself in that light, but other people see me as a role model, as an inspiration, especially being a black person working with elementary school children. It's not a common sight, but I love it. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Today your DPSA is pretty simple, in my opinion. You simply have to make a volume calculation.
We have shortages in mathematics, in science, especially the physical sciences like physics and chemistry. We had a brand new teacher that we recruited through Troops to Teachers, and he was a nuclear submarine captain. Can you imagine having a former nuclear submarine captain teaching physics at an at-risk school?
I did consider another career, a financial planning career, and I thought about other business things. I had people, I had someone come ask me to manage an office for him. I had someone ask me if I wanted to work for the government some more as a civilian.
I have a bachelor's degree in business and management, and I was offered a few positions, well-paying positions.
But in the end, what I decided was I wanted to make a difference at a fundamental level, not necessarily in the business world. And the kids here in high school, I thought, were the way to do that.
You don't go into teaching for the money. If you're doing it for the money, you're in the wrong career field, and you're not going to like it at all.
Wow, incredible.
I am glad that I am in a low-income area teaching. I feel that the challenges are here just as they are in any place. And I find that the kids that are here need me. And there's nothing more satisfying or gratifying than know that you are needed.
It's the effort they put into teaching. Like, it's not only their job, like they make it more than their job. Like they put more effort into it. They want to get to know you more. You could tell like a great teacher from a bad teacher.
John, what was his middle name? John Patterson? What page was his middle name? John Patterson Stetson?
I think that those individuals who have served their country, ex-military people that come in and our teachers bring a plethora of experiences here to the field in terms of their leadership abilities, the challenges that they have faced. They bring diversity.
The military teachers that we have here, the former military teachers, they bring with them experiences from the world. You're looking for a structured environment, they bring structure. You're looking for citizenship, they've been living it all their lives, giving it back to the country, and now they're giving it to the kids.
The two elements that have served me the best as a teacher are the two concepts of leadership and service. In the military, you have the opportunity to be a leader, and that's what a classroom teacher is and needs to be. And the second is service. When you really serve in the military and as a teacher, it's not about you. It's about those you serve.
When we get these people that come in through the Troops to Teachers program, I know that they feel like I do. They're passionate, number one, about teaching, or they wouldn't have applied. And number two, they really care about children. And number three, just their cultural sensitivity speaks volumes.
Which GIs, ex-GIs, retired people, this is a perfect fit for them, because many of the things that they have already learned and they take for granted, they can easily pass those things on to children. Normally, teachers, when they go to school, they learn the curriculum that they're involved with, and that's pretty much it. But in the military, you deal with a lot of people from the time you're in basic training all the way up through your career, and you see how other people handle things.
These two parts of a triangle are what? Called the legs. Correct, the legs.
I would say the transition from military to education is a challenge, but there's a lot of similarities in the fact that you're accustomed to taking care of your troops and setting the example, and administration of education is much like the military.
They've actually put what they've learned to practice, and so they can bring those experiences, they can bring that strong training, and most of all, they can bring the desire to continue to make a difference, this time in the lives of young people.
We're a little bit of everything. We're not only their teacher, but if we're their confidant, they can come and talk to us frequently about issues that they can't talk about at home. And we try to give them a safe environment so that they know that they can come and talk to us.
It's very similar to the Navy. The staff is like the crew of a submarine. They're all mission-oriented. We all know what the mission is. And individual teachers run their classrooms the way commanding officers run their ships. They have a great deal of freedom of action in how to execute their mission. They have to adhere to certain standardized norms. They have to meet certain minimized standards in certain areas. But other than that, they're pretty much free to run the show the way they want to. So I find it's very similar. We're all mission-oriented, we're all professionals, we're all doing our best for the kids.
We contacted Troops to Teachers, and right now they have a marvelous program. They will help with the tuition, and then if they go to an at-risk school, we'll also pay them a stipend. Or if they don't help with the tuition, we'll give them up to $10,000 to teach in that at-risk school.
The Troops to Teachers, they're the ones who basically got me started in the right direction. They gave me a little bit of money to help offset some initial costs, i.e. for books, registration for classes, that kind of thing. So I'm grateful to those folks.
Wholeheartedly go for the program. If anything, start at least 2 years early before retirement or before leaving the military. But make use of the Troop to Teacher program, because they do provide funds to assist you. And believe me, school is expensive, and those funds really help out.
If I have any classmates out there, in this case any military folks out there, thinking about a way to make a difference every single day, the way they feel about their military service, and if they're tiring of the business world or whatever job they're in and would like to have that feeling of reward, personal reward, come teach. The profession needs you, the kids need you. You bring all the right things to the table for the kids.
Say goodbye to me.